I used to keep books for a little beauty supply store years back, before I did hair full time. Sat there with them ledgers every week, columns and columns of numbers. And I learned something doing that job that I ain't never forgot. And it's took me decades to see how it applied to love. See, in bookkeeping, don't matter how much money coming in. If what's going out stay bigger than what's coming in, that account gonna go into the red eventually. Don't matter how healthy it look on a good week. The math don't care about good weeks. The math only care about the total, added up over time. And I believe love worked the exact same way. And I believe a whole lot of good, generous people is running theyself into emotional bankruptcy without ever once checking their own ledger. Let me show you what I mean. Every relationship got what I'd call a emotional account. And every single day, you making deposits and withdrawals in that account, whether you thinking about it in them terms or not. Compliments, comfort, patience, forgiveness, time, attention. Every time you give one of them things to somebody, that's a withdrawal from your own personal account, going in as a deposit to theirs. Now, a healthy relationship, both people making regular deposits back and forth, roughly balanced over time. Some weeks one person give more, some weeks the other one do. That's normal. That's just how any healthy account run. But here's where the danger creep in, and this the whole heart of what I want to talk about today. Some people get so used to making withdrawals from theyself, so used to pouring deposits into somebody else's account, they stop checking their own balance altogether. They stop asking, what do I have left after giving all that away? And meanwhile, that somebody else, sometime without even meaning to be selfish about it, just 'cause they got used to it, start treating that constant deposit like it's just available, like it's an account that can't never run dry, so they stop making deposits back. 'Cause why would you deposit into an account that always got money in it regardless? And here's the part that really get dangerous. A person loving somebody more than they self don't usually notice the balance dropping in real time. Same as a bank statement. You don't feel your account emptying out day to day. You just go along, swiping, giving, and it ain't until you go to make a withdrawal for yourself, need some rest, need some comfort, need somebody to show up for you for once, that you discover the account is already overdrawn, already negative. And there ain't nothing there to give yourself, 'cause it's all been transferred out, little by little over years, into somebody else's account. Now I want to talk about how a person end up running their own account like this in the first place. 'Cause don't nobody wake up one day and decide, on purpose, I'm gonna bankrupt myself loving this person. It happens slow, and it usually happened for a reason that made sense once, even if it don't serve nobody no more. Some folks learned way back that their own worth was measured by how much they could give away. Grew up believing, deep down, that being loved required constant deposits, constant proving, constant emptying theyself out to earn a place in somebody's life. And a person operating off that belief don't experience giving as a choice. They experience it as rent, like they owe a payment just to keep occupying space in a relationship, so they keep paying and paying, terrified of what happened the day they can't afford the payment no more. Other folks, and this real common too, mistake the size of they sacrifice for the proof of they love. Like the emptier they own account get, the more that must mean about how much they care. Running yourself down to nothing get mistaken for devotion, when really it's usually just fear, dressed up real convincing. Fear that if they ever stopped giving past what's healthy, they'd find out they wasn't worth loving for no other reason but what they provide. Now here's what I want to leave you with, thinking about all this in ledger terms. A healthy relationship required two people both keeping an eye on both accounts, theirs and their own. Not selfish, not stingy, not keeping score in a mean, competitive way, just honest bookkeeping. Checking, regular. Am I running myself into the negative, trying to keep somebody else in the positive? And if the answer is yes, that ain't noble. That ain't romantic, no matter how it get dressed up. That's just a account heading toward bankruptcy, and can't nobody love proper, real, sustained, out of a account that's already running on empty. The healthiest kind of love I ever seen in all my years watching folks, including my own two marriages, is the kind where both people treat theyself like a account worth protecting, same as they protect the relationship itself. Where loving somebody don't require going bankrupt to prove it. Where you can give generous, real generous, and still keep enough in your own account to take care of yourself, so that when it's your turn to need something, there's actually something there to draw from, instead of a stack of overdraft notices you've been ignoring for years. So I'd ask you, gentle, today, go check your own ledger. Not his, not hers, yours. What's the balance looking like? Honest. And if it's running low, I want you to know, refilling your own account ain't selfish. It's just good bookkeeping. And good bookkeeping is what keep a person able to love anybody at all, for the long haul, instead of running emotionally bankrupt, trying to prove a love that never needed proving in the first place. Tell me down below, is your account running positive or negative right now? I read every one. I'll see you next time.